Okay, good evening. Let me know if you can hear me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and we are live. This is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. I'm going to share the link really quick over on Facebook. There we go. Good evening. You can hear me. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Wow, there's a serious lag. Oh well. I'm not going to complain. We have a good connection, so yeah. How are y'all doing? Okay, do you want to see the project we're making? It is a gift card holder, so it opens up like that. And here's another version. This was my swap for the event that I just went to in Utah. So I have them in all sorts of colors. I changed it up just a tad for y'all. Yeah, if you'll notice. Well, I'll wait till I show, until I turn the camera down on my screen, the differences between the two of them. So I'm going to do some housekeeping notes really quickly while the camera's facing me. Tonight is the last night for Chick Candy 142, and it is this bundle here and this fabric basket. Now, this is not a fabric basket. This is a drawstring bag. And then a chick stand. So tonight's the last night. You can leave a comment over on that blog post, or you get 2 entries for every $50 you order. So there's that. When the video is over tonight, when we're done making the project, if you guys want to see the little hexagons up close, let me know. I'd be happy to show those. So do we have any questions before we start stamping? I had a blast this weekend. I cannot tell you. I mean, I laughed so hard so many times, and it's been a while since that's happened, with COVID and everything. It absolutely was like magical. Yeah, it was really, really, really nice. Some of my downline asked this morning, did I learn anything business wise? Not really, but I didn't go for business. I mean, it was kind of business. It was business because we were all Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, but we mainly went to just visit because I haven't been on an incentive trip since 2019, and then you guys know COVID canceled most of our other trips. Sorry. Gracious. I would be a telemarketer. I am positive. I wonder how that's going to look on camera, me trying to flap my arms around getting that phone turned off. So yes, I had a fabulous time. Yeah, I can't even tell you, like, if you guys have not been around friends in a long time, I really needed it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to make this cute project. I cannot make 2 projects tonight because I woke up this morning with a sore throat. And if y'all read my blog post, you saw that David has had COVID. So ever since I came home, I've been in a mask and I've been in the guest bedroom. So we've been wearing masks all day, every day in the house. I'm hoping I don't have it, but I do have a scratchy throat and a headache. So I'm making one cute project tonight, and I will try to get another pre-recorded video for y'all this week, like I did yesterday. And I do have my holiday catalog haul product showing up in a couple days. So I'll go live at some point this week and show y'all my goodies from the holiday catalog. Okay, so I'm clicking on, I can never remember if I'm supposed to click on live chat or top chat. I think it's top chat. Let's see. Let me look. It says, some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. That's top chat. So I want to click on live chat, and that means all messages are visible. Okay, maybe it wasn't a telemarketer. Oh, it was probably a politician. Are y'all getting as many calls as I am from politicians? I'm ready to get my whistle out and blow it. Okay, so let me know if the not the sound, if the quality of the lighting is really bad. I finally found some adjustments that I can tweak. So yeah, so if it's too dark, just let me know. So now I'm trying to figure out how to change the videos over. Let me get back to that other screen just a second. Here we go. Okay, here's my hands. Here's the project. And now I'm going to turn some lights on real quick. I think they're going to work this time. Remember last time, the lighting made everything go really wonky wonk. Let's see. Huh. One more light. I think the sun is shining in here. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm not sure I'm ever going to be really smooth at switching this stuff over. Who knows? I'm trying to get this light to go bright white. Okay, I give up. It's not going to be bright white. It's going to be yellow. Okay, how's that? It's still very shady. You know why? Because you can see the shade. Let's see. I can see the shade here. What is it? You can see the shade from my phone that's hanging up here. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to make the project. So here is our supplies. We're using the Elephant Parade stamp set. I'm moving this over so I can see y'all's comments. Yeah, I don't feel really awful, but I have, you know what, I'm going to grab one more light really quick. But I have a sore throat, so yeah. Let's see if this light will help. How's that? Oh, that's much better. Okay, that I can live with. Although my hands look really dark. Hold on. Let's fix this. I can fix this with this fancy software I've got, right? Yeah. How's that? Is that better? So much better, right? I'm just waiting to see someone agrees that the lighting is better. I think that's good, right? Yeah, it's good. Still got a little bit of a shadow, but oh well. We're going to call it done. So we're using polished pink, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11. And let me pull up my measurements. And then the next piece of polished pink is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. I'm going to cut the designer series paper today so that you can see how to cut that. Okay. Oh, look, I have 2 of those for some reason. And then we have a scallop circle that I cut out using the layering circles dies. So basic white, 5 1/4 by 4, and then a stitch square that measures approximately 2 3/8 by 2 3/8, and then a stitch circle from the stylish shape dies. Okay, so let's cut the paper first so that way you won't mess that part up. I have a template for you. It's free. It will be over on my website. This part is missing. There's more here that will tell you how to cut it. I printed this before I added it. So our first cut, and I just remember this because I've made enough of them. I made I made 80 of them for Utah. So your first cut's going to be at 1 inch. So let's go ahead and cut it. And what I did was I took one piece and cut it, and then pinned it on another 6x6 piece. So this is the piece we're going to use. This is the other piece, and then this is the other piece. So these are the scraps, which are in here. Because I know we're all visual people, right? A lot of us are. Not everyone, but many of us are. Okay, so I'm going to place this on the trimmer, and hopefully it's in the camera view. You make sure. So I'm going to cut this at 1 inch. Oh, wait, let me put my readers on. There we go. I can see. Okay, so that 1 inch, I'm going to cut that down to 4 inches. So it's going to measure 1 by 4. That's scraps. And this one we're going to use. Then we're going to take this leftover piece. We're going to cut it at 4 inches. This is scraps. And then we're going to cut this to measure 2 3/4. So it's going to measure 4 by 2 3/4. And then this last piece we're going to measure, or cut to measure 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. So 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And that way you can get your entire card made with one piece of the 6x6 paper. And this is your scraps left over that you could use for something else. Okay? So again, this PDF will be available over on my blog along with the cutting instructions. Okay? So let's get all of our pieces back in here. We're going to stamp the cute little elephant on this stitched square. Stitched square, did I say that right? So cute, right? And let's go ahead and stamp the greeting too. Not too bad. We're going to color the elephant with gray granite and a polished pink light, okay? And dark. So I'm going to take the dark first. I'm just going to go around the outline a little bit. Okay, so I think that's, oh, I got to do his little eyebrows. That's pretty good with the dark. Well, let me do a little bit of his ear. And then I'm going to take the light gray granite and color the rest. Well, not all of it. I'm going to do a different color for his ears. Sorry if that sound annoys you. I kind of like it, but I know for some you don't. I'm almost done though. Okay. So cute. Now, oh, I think I might have went out of the line. Now I'm going to take the polished pink. This is the light. Ruh-roh, I went out of the line. It's okay. It's just my sample. I should be using the smaller point. I'm going to let that dry for a second, and then I'm going to come back over it with the light gray granite again, just to kind of tone down the brightness. So we'll set that aside for just a second, and then get the Simply Scored scoring tool. I'm going to score this. Again, this measures 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/2 and 8 1/2. Now my 1-inch circle punch is, or not 1 inch, this is 3/4. You can use any circle punch. We don't have any circle punches in our catalog. You can use a die, or you can use one of your old punches. Okay, so I'm going to fold on the score lines and burnish with my bone folder, if I can find it. Let's see, it's hiding. I'll just use this. It's probably upstairs because I was making my swaps upstairs. So now this piece here is going to go right there. And I'm going to use my liquid glue. Ooh, wrong, I almost put it in the wrong spot. Okay, that part's done. Now for in here, we're going to add this piece, but we want to add the Designer Series paper to the right side first. So I'm going to add my liquid glue. Yeah, I'm really hoping that I don't have COVID because I'm supposed to be flying to Tennessee for Father's Day weekend. Yeah, and David, he's been sick for, it was a week last Thursday, so he's had it a long time. He stayed down at the lake house. He discovered he had it down at the lake house, so this goes here. Oops, he's upstairs cooking dinner, clanking around. I'm not going to complain. He can clank all he wants. I'm just happy he's cooking for us. Okay, now, uh-oh, I got glue right there. I'm going to put just a thin line of liquid glue on the sides here. This is creating the pocket for our gift card. So I'm just going to fold that down and hold it for a second. Yeah, the lighting is better with the grid paper, and I also found where I can adjust the brightness and the temperature and the saturation. So I still think that I could do some tweaking on the color, but it is way better than last week's, right? Or whenever I went live the last time. Okay, that part's done. So now I'm going to take this marker again and just kind of go over that. And this is going to get attached to the Designer Series paper with liquid glue. I went to see Top Gun in Utah. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And I wasn't expecting it to be good. I was expecting it to be, you know, because sometimes the second series in a lot of movies is really not very good. But it was so good. I even cried a couple times. It was just because it makes you think about the first one. I won't say any more than that, but it was really, really good. If you're wondering, when I went and got my nails done, the lady said that everybody that they had heard from, that everyone that had seen it said the same thing, that it was really, really good. It was really good. Okay, that part's done. So now we're going to add our greeting. I think that might be a little crooked. So I've got my twine here. We're going to tie a, let me hold that down. Put the sample here. Now see the difference? So this one we used whatever paper you call that. This is my favorite pattern in this pack of paper. So a double bow with the baker's twine. And you guys could use your Stampin' Blend markers and you could color the ribbon. I'll show you that in just a second. I have it hiding under here. Look, isn't that cute? Let's see what we think. What do y'all think? Do you want me to use the colored bow or you want me to use the white bow? let's go ahead and add this here. So when you're adding this layer, just put adhesive on just this side, okay? Because you don't want it to stick to this. Oh, the sun is coming right in. Goodness gracious. I'm not going to complain about seeing the sun, but it's messing with my video. Give me just a second. The blinds are closing. That would be why I ordered motorized blinds for this room. Let's do the pink. Okay. I only saw one comment, but it was enough to make me say, okay, let's just try the pink. If we don't like it, we can always replace it. So I'm going to use a dimensional on that side, because you don't need a dimensional on this side. So I'm going to place that there. Uh-oh, I got that liquid glue on me. I knew I was going to. And then now we're going to take this. So all I did with this is I just took my my marker and I placed the twine on my silicone craft sheet, and I just brushed it with my brush end. And then give it a second to dry, and then you can add it to your card. So I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to wad that up a little bit, or a lot. Ruh-roh, he just dropped a plate or a dish. Poor guy. Okay. That's really cute. I should have stamped the elephant down a little bit more. He's a little high up on the square, but it's still cute, right? And then here is the gift card. So we'll take it out, put it in here, and it fits perfectly. Cute, right? I love it. Okay, I got that glue off, so now I'm not going to ruin anything. Very cute. Okay, so what questions do you guys have for me? Do you have any questions? I'm just going to look through the comments really quick and make sure that I didn't miss anything. Yeah, so we'll open it up like this so everybody can see the gift card. And then here's this. You know, I did add embellishments earlier. So what I was doing, so this is polished pink. So this is an in color from last year. So our embellishments, if you'll see, I took the little heart pearls and I was going to add this little heart pearl. Let me see if I can pick it up to the eye, but it's a little bit big. And then I was like, well, I could add it over here. So I could add it over here, but then where would I add it? You know what I mean? That looks cute. So I made 80 of these for my swap in Utah, but I simplified it a little bit. So this is the one I made. Well, technically ribbon is an embellishment, right? Yeah, ribbon is an embellishment. So this is the version that I made for my swap. And I did them in all of the in colors, the 2022 in colors, and not the, my swap was the 2022 colors. And the one I made with you guys tonight is the 2021 in colors. Oh, the heart pearls are so fabulous. And so we have these like iridescent shiny ones, and then we have these flat ones. And there's multiple sizes. So there's these small ones and then these bigger ones. Yeah, so these are awesome. They're in the new annual catalog. Okay, so now, do y'all want to see, so Susie said, have you ever had someone miss a gift card that was included? She had a friend that totally missed it at Christmas. You know, I don't know. No one's ever told me that they did. Okay, so who said, yeah, they may have, but they never told me. So she says, who said this? Christy says, put the heart where the elephant's heart is. Is the elephant heart right there? I think so, right? That's kind of cute. Yeah. And the same thing, like coloring the ribbon on this one, I used the polished pink Stampin' Blend marker. So for this, I used the polished pink, the dark polished pink for the heart so that it would show up a little bit more. Okay, so you want to see my quilt pieces now? I will leave these two cards in the camera view. So for those of you that are not interested in seeing it, and I don't have my flyer for my host code. I don't have my flyer. Yeah, sorry. But y'all know where the host code is on my website, right? Okay, so I explained this on my blog yesterday that these are hand sewn. I did them on the airplane. So I can't take a sewing machine on the airplane. I can't sew in a car. So I decided that with the travels I have this year, that I'm going to make my granddaughter a quilt during my travels. So I always said I was never, ever, ever going to hand sew because I have a fabulous sewing machine. Why would I do it? But since I can't I can't take my sewing machine in a car and I can't take it on an airplane, it makes perfect sense, right? Okay, so I'm going to explain the difference of these two real quick. I added a scallop circle to this one. So that's one difference, is I added the scallop circle behind the greeting. The other difference is I just colored the elephant one color on my swap, just light gray granite. And then on this one, I decided to paint her toenails with polished pink and her ears with polished pink. So that's the only differences, is just the additional layer and the colors on the ears and the toes, right? Will I ever show the swaps I received from everyone else? Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure because lots of times it brings up conversations and sends people away from my channel and my videos and my business. And so times are really hard right now. I'm not really gonna send my people to other people. That sounds, I don't know, it doesn't sound very nice, but at the same time, I know that I have to do what I have to do to protect my business. And there is a lot of competition now. I do mean a lot. Yeah. So, sorry. I just have to tell you the truth, though. I'm going to keep looking back for questions. Let's see. That was a great thing about putting the heart where the heart goes. Thank you for telling me that. You know, you could use this for birthday as well. Like, I don't feel like you have to use. Let me show you another image. So this one is in the tea set, and let me get this one here so that way. But look, let's get together soon. Now, couldn't you see that instead of the sweet little one? Yeah, it could be let's get together or get well, or, you know, and instead of using a circle, you could use a rectangle, and you can say, what a happy day, or friends forever, or I'll never forget your kindness. If you were to use this one, what I would do is I would put it down here at the bottom and kind of fill in some of this space. As you can see, I kind of stamped the elephant high on a lot of them, but it's still a cute card, right? Okay, let's see. So if you don't have a baby in the future, you can use a birthday greeting or friends forever. Okay, I'm just looking back for questions. So Patricia said that she enjoyed Top Gun and that she waited 30 years for it and she wasn't disappointed. Yeah. Stephanie said, did I see it in 4D? I have no clue, but I think maybe I didn't. Karen said that her son said the new film is better than the first one. Wow, that's saying something. I would say it was equally as good. Yeah. Um, let's see. I'm just reading the comment. Ruh-roh. So it looks like many of you guys have had COVID or you're still battling COVID. I'm really hoping that I don't have it. I really hope I don't. Chris asked, when does the new mini catalog come out? The first week of July. It goes live the first week of July. We just mailed the annual catalog literally last month. So, yeah, I did get Google Fiber. Yes, we are officially on Google Fiber now. And so far, so good. Yeah, they came out. When did they come out? They came out, I don't know. It's been like a week, but like the minute they installed it, I haven't been home. So, yeah, but I officially have Google Fiber. So I haven't, no lagging today, no loss of signal, right? Carolyn says that she thought the new Top Gun was even better too. Yeah. Love the little elephant. Would be fabulous for a new baby boy. Yeah, so you can use any color for this card. Yeah, you can use any of the colors. I made 16 of this color, 16 of this color, 16 of this one, 16. So I use all the in color. So that way, it was, I didn't use up all my twine of any one color, and I didn't use up, does that make sense? Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I still got to figure out my whole lighting because I have a good internet signal now, but my lighting still feels like it's really, really, it's still not up to par. But I don't know. Maybe it's my settings. I'll keep playing around, especially now that I'm home. Okay, I think I'm going to sign off now. Is there any, let me click on live chat again and just confirm that I haven't missed any questions. Vicky says she hasn't ever seen Top Gun. Oh my gosh, you should see it. It's so good. And the music that was in the first one is in the second one, which just makes you feel like you're watching the first one again. I love that about it. Sorry if y'all didn't want to know that, but I was so happy to hear the same music. Okay, so Carolyn says the lighting is good. It's good. It seems a little, I don't know, it seems a little shadowy still to me, but I'm not sure there's much I can do. Who knows? Huh. Yeah. Is there a date for the 6x6 paper to be available? Which paper's not available? Did it go on back order, Cliffy? So Cliffy's asking about the 6x6 in color. Let's see. Let me go pull up the Stampin' Up! Website really quick and see if it's on the back order list. I have not looked at that back order report in, grr. Okay, so it says June 20th, so that's not too terrible. So June 20th is the date that it's expected. So it is on, it's not even orderable. So it's a good thing I didn't use that paper tonight. See, I used the 2021. Yay! It's the little things. And then that tea set is on low inventory. The cup of tea bundle's on low inventory. So if you got your heart set on it, order it now. Let me see. Let me grab it really quick. This is a fabulous set. Yeah, I got this greeting from this one. So let's get together soon. Thank you. I miss you. I just can't thank you enough. It's time for tea. Thank you for your friendship. Take care of yourself. Enjoy Yeah, I love this set. Haven't used it yet, I don't think. Well, I haven't shown a card or a box with it yet, but I will. Okay, so that answered your question about the paper. Yes, so the magnetic plates have been removed from. Thank you for mentioning that. Who said that? Christy, because I did get several emails over the weekend. The magnetic cutting plate has been recalled or removed because some are having issues with it. I was going to pull it out of the drawer because now that it's been recalled, I've stashed it away. As you can see, I didn't have any issues with mine. I felt like I used it a lot. You can see lots of cuts. I did use it for every single one of my swaps. So I die cut 2 layers, not 3, using this. So that's whatever 80 times 2 is, or 3. I can't remember. I don't have any issues with mine, but other people have, so they pulled it. So as far as when it's going to be replaced, I have no idea. So sorry. Can I use the cup of tea soon? I will try. Yes, I'll put it on my list. I'm trying to remember what's for next week. I'll look and see if I can whip up something really quick. Okay? Any other questions before I sign off? I will keep you updated about on the quilt. I don't even know how many I need. I just started cutting, and I really can't work on it, during the day or when I'm supposed to be working. My plan is just work on it in the car and on airplanes because I've got a couple more trips coming up this summer. So I think I got all of these done in 2 plane rides and in the car when I was riding from Vegas to St. George, Utah. So what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 hexagons. Chase saw it yesterday. He's like, oh, I love hexagons. Like, me too. Okay. Anything else before I sign off? Oh, Judy asked, how am I going to connect them? Now, I'm not taking credit for this because this one is completely a copy from Missouri Quilt. So I did post the link on my blog yesterday or today, or when, I don't even have any memory of when I posted on my website. But so I learned from Jenny how to stitch these, how to do them. And then let me show you my kit real quick. For those of you that want to see it, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. So this is my little on-the-go bag. This is what I carried with me on the plane and in the car. And this is my little travel case. And then this is this is the one I'm working on right now. And so, yeah, this is the one I'm working on. Now I forgot my point. Oh, so the way that she showed that it's going to get, they're going to get assembled is you're going to place them right sides together. And I don't know what a whip stitch is, but I will learn it when I get to that point. So you're going to place these right sides together, and then you're going to do a whip stitch to connect them. So you'll connect that one, and then you'll connect. And I'm not sure in what, I'm not real sure how to do it because I've never hand sewn. But they do have a video on it, so I'm going to watch that because I can't read instructions and understand them. I've tried. I've bought so many patterns and instructions. I cannot understand a pattern or an instruction, but I can watch a video and do it. So that's how I learned how to stitch these. Some of the stitches you can see a little bit, but that's okay. I hand sewed it. Uh-oh, I dropped it. Okay. Does the blue handle presser really press? It actually, let me show you that. It does. So here's what I do. So here is my white hexagon. And here is my batting. And then here is the fabric. So what I do first, and again, well, they didn't do this. I came up with this part. So what I did was I took my glue stick and I added just a little bit of glue to the hexagon, and then I attached it to the batting. And then I put the glue on the batting and centered this on here. So it's centered just like that. And then I take one of these pins. So I put this PDF over on my website. I know, I'm sorry. Those of you that don't like sewing, but I'm only going to take another minute. So I pin it so that it stays in place. And then what I do is I fold this up, and then I take this little roller and roll it. And see, it does. Look, it holds it. But ideally, you want this to fold up to meet the edge of the fabric. Otherwise, it's not going to be right. So see how that holds it? And then you fold it over like this. And then you take one of these clips. And hold on, let me get it straight. Clip it. And then this one you put here. And then for this, same thing. You fold it and then press it with this little mini clover thingy. The official term of it is over on my blog. I can't remember the name of it. If it was a product that I sold, I probably would. So now I have my little mitered corner, and I take this clip and clip the corner so it holds it. And then I take another clip and do that. So then I just go all the way around. So not too hard. Yeah, and it's kind of therapeutic. I'm sure that I drove people on the airplane crazy because I did this the entire flight both times, and I never stopped. Like I did it. It was a 3-hour flight, and I did it for 3 hours flying to Vegas, and then I did it for 3 hours coming home. And yeah, I'm sure I drove those people crazy with my constant movement, but I actually watched my iPad. I watched Heartland and worked on this at the same time. Okay, I'm going to look and see if there's any other, you can't do anything else when you're on an airplane. So I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I can watch a movie, but why not sew at the same time? I didn't have anybody ask me about it. Not one person. But when I went through the security at the airport, the dude in Vegas, he's like, you have your sewing machine in there. Because I did take my sewing machine. It was on my carry-on bag. And he said, you got your sewing machine in there? And I said, yep. And I used it too. And he laughed. He was really nice. So, but yeah, nobody said a word. But that's okay. Cliffy says she needs the roller now. Yeah, so it really did help. Okay, I'm going to look really quick and make sure there's no more questions, and then I'm going to sign off. Can I use the cup of tea soon? Oh, I already answered that one. I answered the one about connecting the hexagons. Whip stitch is very easy. So Carolyn said the whip stitch is easy. Well, I hope so. It looked easy when I was watching Jenny do it. So, the bird. Oh, the bird on the, you're right. So the bird, the little animals on this, they do look like stamps, don't they? Look at the little, I think it's a bear and the little bumblebee. Yeah, I bought this fabric a long time ago for a possible future grandchild. So happy I did that. Let's see. So Carolyn says she usually reads when she flies or she cross stitches. I can't sleep on a plane either. And let me tell you, I dozed off the other day by accident, and then I woke up startled and I jumped, and I'm sure I scared everybody around me. I fly Southwest. Yeah, Southwest. And you can take little scissors. I've had several people ask me about how I sewed on an airplane. You can take scissors as long as from point to point they're less than 4 inches. So, yeah. Look, this is a stork. These are the Lori, let's see, Riley Blake, Lori Holt stork scissors. I love them. They're pretty. Okie doke. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll probably see you guys again later this week when I get my holiday catalog pre-order. And thank you guys so much for being here. Have a good night. Oh, I forgot how to stop this video. Give me a second. So sorry. Okay, here we go. See y'all later. Oh, one more question. Yes, you can, if you fly Delta, you can use, it's all airlines. As long as your scissors, as long as the blade is less than 4 inches, you can travel with them. So yeah, it's all airlines, not just Southwest. It's any airline as long as the blade is less than 4 inches. And so these little teeny tinies are, let's see, the blade is exactly 1 inch. Yeah, so just get these little, I think they might call them, I mean, these are called, I think they're embroidery. Because all I needed them for was just to cut the thread. That's it. Okay, y'all have a great night. See you later.